Hello and welcome back to another on Recipe and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And of course it's a massive show this week because it's the last stop before Revolution. Cope looks to take out the final member of the Death Riders in his way, which of course is Wheeler Yuta, and we also got some other big matches on the card as well as we built towards the show. And we started things off with Ricochet and Swerve Strickland signing their contract for Revolution. Tony Schiavone oversaw it, bringing both men out. The one and only Mock Mogul, who kept telling him to sign a contract. Once Ricochet signed, Swerve promised to put an end to him. The one and only tried to sneak attack his rivals with scissors, but the Mogul pulled his own pair and stabbed Ricochet. This was back and forth that covered familiar ground between the two men, throwing out the expected lines throughout. While Ricochet spoke with confidence, he mostly said the same thing he said for weeks. Swerve delivered more effective threats, but he also stumbled in his words in moments. Was the contract signing necessary? Probably not, but AEW wants to feature this angle more clearly. In that regard, it was a solid outing, but it could have been nice to hear from both men, maybe at a high level, but the hot crowd certainly helped, and yeah, it feels like it's going to be a really good match when we get to it. Before we got the Don Callis family and Brian Keith taking on Ospreay, Hobbs, Cassidy and Briscoe, with the power of Cage, Archer, Davis and Keith taking to the match. The babyface team picked up the pace and couldn't be stopped. Hobbs, Cassidy and Briscoe cleared out the ring, and Will Ospreay hit an Oscutter into a hidden blade on Keith for the win. Afterwards, David choked out the aerial assassin, while Archer and Cage chokeslammed Hobbs on the steel steps. Fletcher arrived to beat down Ospreay and send him for a steel chair with Brainbuster. Unsurprisingly, AEW delivered on the 8-man tag ahead of the pay-per-view. The action was wild and got properly featured. Ospreay got the win as expected, but Hobbs felt like a centrepiece, which is good. The post-match beatdown ran a bit long, but AEW wanted to sell how much it means ahead of the pay-per-view. And yeah, this was definitely the best angle for Davis as well. So yeah, hopefully some other things to come, but I thought it's a shame the Bad Apple took the pin again, but except for that, really good stuff. 7 out of 10. Before we got Cope against Wheeler Yuta. Cope showcased surprising respect to Wheeler Yuta before and after match, fighting through Yuta's best technical offense. Cope hit a spear to win. The Rated R superstar then shook Yuta's hand, leaving him confused. John Moxley got in his Death Rider's face, but Yuta shoulder checked him and walked away. The AEW World Champion headed to the back and found a camera. He cut a passionate promo warning Cope that he was even more dangerous on his own. Yuta is given a spotlight in ring, and he typically shines. He and Cope clicks in an unexpected way, technically strong over intense. After weeks of beating down the Death Rider, a genuine surprise to see Cope show respect to Yuta, a clever twist, and yeah, definitely creates an intriguing angle heading into the show. Mox's promo was also very clear as well, so yeah, I thought this was a really good last build to what's been a bit of a mixed storyline. Renee Paquette then found MJF outside for an interview, which was interrupted by Hangman nearly running over the salt of the earth. The Cowboy then ran MJF back into the arena, where he attacked a man disguised as his rival. The Salt of the Earth then attacked and beat down Hangman. When MJF threatened to light Hangman on fire, mass security arrived to take them down. The Salt of the Earth away as he screamed, "Let me prove my point." If there's any doubt about what's the hottest angle heading to Revolution, this was definitely a great follow-up. It wasn't a little segment, but it'll be remembered due to the sheer nature of it. The biggest question left is whether Hangman and MJF can have a normal wrestling match after such an intense feud. Then got Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa taking on Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Ford and Bayne took time to find their chemistry, but they looked unstoppable once they were rolling. Ford took out Statlander on the outside before Bayne planted Rosa with a sit-out F5 for the W. There was any doubt about AEW committing to building Bayne as a draw of the women's division. She definitely showed that there wasn't here. She looked great, and even with a few miscues that Ford might cost them, Bayne remains undefeated and pulled out some of her most impressive offense. So yeah, this is good stuff. 6 out of 10. We then got Jay White against Max Caster in an open challenge. White hit a switchblade on Caster right after the bell to win. Afterwards, he promised to celebrate with a new world champ, Cope at Revolution. It was barely a segment, let alone a match, but it continued to show how well Caster's found his footing in the obnoxious new role. Also gave White an opportunity to clean his slate and give his thoughts ahead of the title match. Don't think it's going to happen at the end of the match. And yeah, it'll be easy betting White turning on Cope, but we'll have to see. But yeah, at the same time, as well as it's kind of playing this character, it's kind of getting a bit tiring now. I want the storyline to progress with Caster, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Before we got Okada and Ricochet versus Swerve and Brody. While Swerve and Brody looked dangerous together, Ricochet and Okada pulled off the final trick. The Rainmaker introduced his Continental title to the ring, and Ricochet blasted Swerve with it to win. Pairing out Swerve and King sounded odd on paper, but they've not only delivered as expected, but also showed unique chemistry. Some of this may be perception and history beyond AEW, but it also speaks to King's ability to adapt to his partners as well as his opponents. He was the glue for the House of Black for a reason. Ricochet and Okada fit together more personally than in ring chemistry, but they played their roles well and against their opponents. As expected, the best pairing in this match was Swerve and Ricochet. They're going to go wild at Revolution, and the result makes Swerve and Ricochet a bit more predictable. Maybe it's hard to see the former losing for a third straight time at Revolution. It will be a great match though as well, and Okada versus King were less centralised throughout the match, but it also sounded that will be a fun match too as well. So I think, yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 6 out of 10 from me this week. I thought, for the final build for AEW Revolution, I thought it did the job. I thought it was a pretty solid show on the whole, some decent matches in there. And I think AEW is probably in the best position it's been in for a while, in all fairness, with all of the build and stuff like that. I think they've done a solid job building up to pay-per-view, and looking forward to the action. For this video, thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.